Well, hail, adventurers. We're back after a holiday break. So thank you for showing up tonight and sticking with us. We've got quite the session for you all tonight, and by that I mean we're going to see what it's like as we go through it, because everything can go off the rails in the first 5 seconds, so it doesn't matter what I plan, quite honestly.
Sounds like us.
Let's see here. Let's get some music in here. Oh, I guess we'll use the usual for this portion of the programming.
Big stretch.
Mainly because I think it is appropriate and applicable to this evening's session and last session. We're not going to roll dice to determine who gives the recap. I'm just going to pick one of you.
Oh, that's great.
Fig!
I fucking knew it.
You figured?
Uh-huh.
I see what you did there.
I legit don't remember a whole lot though.
I will try and fill in the gaps where they are, so give me your best effort.
We started adventuring and got through some places we had to make. I know we had to make some corruption saving throws, and I think it was only Cirion that ended up failing it. But we did spend a lot of role-playing time of the 3 characters, Malvhor specifically, getting along more with Maerwyn and trying to make Maerwyn as comfortable as possible on the journey. And since knowing it was going to be very hard for her and everything, there was just a lot going on to try to just make her feel better about things, especially with Malvhor finally having a chance to get along with the child. And so lots of shenanigans happened during that, such as Fig using her one ability to turn into the dream state bear in front of her, which was definitely a surprise. And among other things, Cirion played tic-tac-toe with her, and she wiped the floor with him, and yeah, there was many other things like that. But as Fig was a bear and she did a perimeter check, she ventured out far enough to get to the edges of the Greenwood, and she actually found Awendel there, the Maiar, who kind of ran into her in the past and actually helped her get this dream state bear thing to begin with, and is like a servant of the voice she's been trying to figure out who is. And so there was a little chat. She tried to get more info about everything regarding the voice and whatnot, and what she's researched further from him. And much to a lot of Fig's dismay, it was still lots of metaphors and look within, so there's that stuff to do. And after all that, though, the next day, what happened? Oh, we ran into a camp of people whose names I don't remember, and for some reason I'm thinking we're back in Curse of Strahd, so I want to say Vistani, even though I know that's not right, which is very weird because we haven't played Strahd in forever and a half. The Eothid? Maybe. Hopefully I'm right.
Yes,
we ran into... Oh, okay. We ran into a camp of them and did some more kind of fun shenanigans with them. The Elder told a story that Malvhor, Fig, and Maerwyn listened to about tree people, so to speak. Or, I don't remember the specific name. It's written somewhere in my notes. But basically tree people. And Cirion had his first dose of mead, and it kicked his ass. And what else? So there was a lot of good learning lore in that part. And then after that, we finally kind of made it to the forest gate and then cut through the Greenwood, and things were starting to look a little dicey because the horses went, hell no, we don't want to do this. But right as things got that kind of dicey. Of all people to show up was Fig's father figure, Adethor, which was very nerve-wracking, especially for me, but it's fun. And in a good way. And so that's when, though, Adethor was able to use his elf ears and kind of tell everybody that I believe it was Maerwyn's heart rate was like super low or something, and then that's when we all found out she wasn't feeling well. So panic ensued, and we quickly rushed to the kind of like village or home that Adethor lives in, to ultimately find then Northriel, who is the healer we've been told to seek after by Mana Ame, but who has also been mentioned before because she is Fig's mother figure. And that's where session ended, by basically Fig busted in and going like, "Hey, come here! Help!"
Yes. So the whole purpose behind this journey to the Greenwood is to twofold: get Maerwyn into some sort of care for her health, and to seek out the head of the vampire order on behalf of Mordu to ensure that the curse that was placed upon Maerwyn is lifted.
Yeah, I totally forgot about the vampires, but you know.
The whole reason for this. You got everything else, just didn't touch on why you were doing any of this.
I mean, whatever. I was going strictly with what happened last session.
Fair enough, but yeah, I mean that you pretty much hit on everything, so you can go ahead and take inspiration.
Yay! Everything was coming back to me as I rambled, and I was like, "Oh yeah," like mid-sentence.
Who feels like they're gonna need inspiration the most?
Maerwyn.
Give it. give it to Cirion.
Cirion? Okay.
Yeah, burn mine.
Cirion, during the Aethid camp and the elder was talking, he was spinning a tale of lore about tree people, in the words of Fig. The name for this type of creature, these people, wasn't brought up, but a pseudonym was. What were they known as?
Oh, and I just found it.
They are the just found it.
No.
I don't know.
Shepherds of the forest.
Oh, fuck.
I was gonna say it's probably something you could have guessed.
But I was like, eh.
Fair.
I remember. Yeah. Okay.
Better luck next week. Let's see here. Let's get some Coleman Woods up in here.
We should do have notes from last session. Look at me. Kind of like Lindsay, though. It's only 2 lines.
It's been intense.
Okay.
My note-taking has been so bad the past number of sessions.
So, Fig, you went deeper inside into the hovel or home of Northriel and eventually found her. You quickly exchanged salutations and welcomings to one another, having been apart for several months at this point. She is ecstatic to see you, but you did not waste time to inform her that there was somebody who needs her help. So you tell her this, and she says without a second thought, "Take me to them. Let's do what we can. I'll treat her as my own," is what she says.
Mm-hmm. And so I think I was basically in the middle of taking her hand gently and bringing her with me to the entrance of the home where I left Malvhor, Cirion, and Maerwyn. And as we kind of like turn whatever corner or appear in front of the three, I'll let go of her hand and gesture to her and go, "This is Northriel."
So as the rest of you see, as the two re-enter the room, Standing beside Fig, a tall, slender elven woman, dressed in dark green, sort of foresty green and browns, almost like a tunic of sorts. Leather pants and sandals that appear to be woven out of twigs of sorts, or even branches themselves. Hair, very big wavy hair that's pulled back into a ponytail and then and sits at about the middle of her back. These piercing green eyes, and then the hair itself, in the lighting you're in, looks to be a very light brown, if not red.
Oh, hello.
Yay!
Mommy Fig. Mother of Fig.
Fig.
Let's not make that a thing.
I mean, I'm just discussing her title.
Fig mommy.
As they both enter,
Damn it.
as they both enter the room, she pulls a glass vial from her hip and pops the cork and splashes the contents onto her hand, places the cork back, and places the vial back into her belt loops, and you see her wringing her hands. Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you all, despite the circumstances. How can I be of assistance?
It's a pleasure to meet you, Northriel. Fig speaks highly of you. And your hands of healing.
Well, I've had to patch a few scratches of her over the years, so she's a first-hand testament to what I can do, I suppose.
Well, we have a real complicated matter for you today. I'm just gonna, try and step away so Maerwyn can't overhear.
Okay.
And I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna say, we have brought a child on your doorstep who suffers from two maladies. The first is some sort of underlying disease that we know nothing about. The second is a curse.
You see her eyebrows rise up, and she just sort of blinks slowly at the second mention of that.
Yes, it's quite a conundrum that such a young one to find themselves in. Now,
To say the least, curses are fickle things in these parts.
us three will have the curse in hand. While Maerwyn rests with you, we will delve deep into the Greenwood in search of a way to lift this curse.
I'm more than happy to take her into my care and take a look at her and see what I can discover and hopefully remediate any such underlying illness. But what makes you so sure that the curse can be lifted here in Greenwood?
Well,
Of a hope, if anything.
It's a bit of a long and complicated story.
the short story is there are vampires in Greenwood we are here to confront. And in that confrontation, the curse will be lifted. That is our understanding.
She side-eyes you, Fig. And in the involvement of the vampires again, were they the ones who placed this curse upon her?
Not necessarily, but there is the one who did is wanting a deal with us to deal with them in order to help save the child.
Too many details.
I see.
When has she not ever been direct?
X.
There is historical reference of some vampires being able to bestow curses, so it's not unheard of. I just want to know what I'm dealing with. The more information I have, the more likely I am to help.
As far as the curse, she should remain. She may seem healthy for a time, but as soon as the curse is lifted, the disease will be free to run its course. And, unfortunately, we don't know much, if anything, about the disease. We have reason to believe it's something within her very blood. So, if you could help her when that moment comes, we would be much appreciated. If you somehow, by some miracle, can cure it, we would be forever in your debt. We do have another option for curing the disease, but it will be a very difficult path for us to tread. And frankly, I worry about the time it would take and the time she has left, if we aren't quick enough.
Well, I can definitely keep her under observation. In fact, as you've been talking to her this whole time, at one point she sort of turns to a side table, and you see hanging from a rack several different dried herbs, various liquids in vials sitting on there. And she just starts picking at a few and crushing them in a pestle and mortar. Very similar behavior in ritualistic sort of things that you've seen with Mana Ame back in Osgiliath.
While she... Oh,
yes.
I was going to say, while she does that, I'm going to kind of beckon Maerwyn to come closer. And I'll kneel down like next to her and point up to Northriel and go, "Look, it's another elf."
Yeah, there's quite a few of them around here, actually. I didn't think I'd see this many.
And she is the one that raised me, along with Adethor.
As you finish that sentence with her back to you, she just sort of looks over her shoulder. Northriel, Aranzir, can you hand me your file? Aaron?
I don't have it.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
The pure shock that my face literally made, that's exactly what her face did, where it was like...
Does anyone want to tell me why Fig just responded to the name Arandir?
No, Aaron.
I said Aaron.
And then deer, as in like deer
Malvhor still says that in character because to him it sounded like Arandir. It sounded like one word.
It did. It did. To be fair, I thought I literally wrote that down.
But as you actually say that, and Fig responds with "I don't have it," you just see Northriel whip around. Vigdis Erandil. How many times have I told you?
It broke.
It broke. Ugh. Love of the Valar. She turns around and goes through a shelf sitting on, and you just hear the clinking of glass. Pulls one down. Swear, every time you, Galad, and Adethor were all ones that always break things and lose what you needed on you at all times. She fills a glass vial and puts a stopper on it, turns around. Here.
Oh. Thank you.
Don't lose it again.
I didn't lose it. It broke while I was fighting.
Fine, that's fine. Just between you and Adethor, you'll be the death of me. That's fine. She grabs another vial and pours a bit into another, pours some of the liquid that she was mixing, pours it in there, turns around. If either of you would be so kind to give this to the little one, it might help her feel a little bit better for now.
I'll nod at Malvhor.
Yep, sure. I'll take it. And I'll go up to Maerwyn and I'll be like, first job for you, Maerwyn. Are you ready?
Sure.
You just gotta drink this. It'll help make you feel a little better.
It looks icky.
But it's elven magic.
There are ickier things than that.
Like what?
You don't want to know.
Even if it is
All
icky,
right.
this is a great moment for you to be brave, little one.
Okay. She takes it, and you see her squint her eyes real tightly and just immediately throw it to the back of her throat.
Damn, she can take shots better than me.
Thought the same thing for a second, like, shots!
Tastes like moss mixed with mud. Actually, that's pretty accurate.
That's probably right. Now I'm jealous, this
Well,
little child.
Your job, Maerwyn, is going to be to do your best to feel better and listen to whatever Northriel asks of you.
Okay. I can try.
I have the utmost faith in your success.
You see Northriel sort of like crouch down to be on the same level as Maerwyn from across the room. I'll take good care of you, dear, until your father returns. And friends here, how would you like to hear some stories about Erin here when she was a child?
Oh.
Yeah. That sounds awesome.
Oh.
I come too.
Sure.
We have vampires to find, young man.
But stories.
Does anyone need a rest here really quick? Adethor may be on his way back.
I mean, I could always use a nap.
Yeah,
You're
probably
more than
something
welcome.
comfy will help.
You're more than welcome to make yourselves comfortable here. You're welcome. There's a communal place in the middle of the village. You can help yourself there as well. Or just ask around. There's plenty of welcoming faces around here, despite not receiving too many visitors from the lands of men. Come with me, Maerwyn, and I will tell you all about Erin and her good friend Galad when they were kids. She sort of like tugs her by the wrist along. Right before they leave the room, she stops and turns around. On your way out, Erin, there's a pouch by the door. Grab the files within there, take them with you.
I will. Oh, real quick, do you know of a poem about, what was it? About vampires. Where are my notes? Hold on.
I'm gonna lean into Malvhor. Go, you sure we can't stay? I want to hear a story or two. Come on.
The only story I'm interested in hearing is how to slay a vampire.
You cut off its head with whatever blade you have available. Done. Okay, let's listen to a story.
Does that work? Are we sure? Have you killed a vampire?
I know, damn close.
I think you have it reversed. The vampire almost killed you.
Not important.
Where the... I wrote it down and now I can't find it.
It's in your fellowship phase.
I know, and I'm looking at it, and I don't see it. Okay. A poem of sorts about, the vampires that... Fuck, that was too hard of a transition.
Vampires that fuck. Adrian, what have you been up to?
Are you reading Smut Fig?
Not in character.
I think Fig's reading Smut.
I don't know what Fig's written down. Never heard that from her before. Does that mean we're getting our own stories now?
Okay. I heard there's this poem that could help locate or learn more about vampires of old or something. Someone was telling me it was an elven poem about them. I tried to ask this person how they may know how to fight them, and that was his answer, but he didn't know the poem himself.
She stops and turns around and just sort of thinks for a moment. Maerwyn, dear, second door on your right, there's a small chest of some elven toys that Erin here used to play with when she was a child. Go help yourself.
They're still intact.
Of course they're still intact. Why would they not be?
They're elven made, so I'm not surprised.
The poems of the Silvan Elves, there are a score many, Erin. We have pretty much a poem for any situation, any bit of history you can think of. And some of it doesn't even relate specifically to the Silvan Elves, some of it's to the Noldor or to the Ivari. But vampires, they've been around for many centuries. She sort of crosses the room and over to a dusty, what looks to be like bookshelf filled with random tomes, scrolls, and leather-bound books.
Anything.
Sort of searching through.
Just anything that may help in finding them and beating them swiftly, because I don't want a repeat of last time.
If it's an elven poem, at least one that's applicable to us immediately. She swipes through several pages. Ah, here it is. There was a tale, a true story, but it was turned into a ballad sometime after the battle. The humans know the poem by a different name than we do. I believe Battle of the Green Prince and Red Queen, I believe is what they refer to it as it's fallen out of their memory. But it's still fairly recent to us. The poem I think you're seeking, Erin, is Lay of Thranduil and the Vampire. All crowned with mists, the twisted peak stood proud of its brethren grey and bleak. Forth the hunters, brave and bold, 9 there were, yet 'twas foretold. That was alone would climb back down, they did not shrink, did the oath they'd sworn. But climb the hills through fir and thorn, the sun there herald that first morn. 3 days they walked, and fought, and bled, horrors uncounted behind them tread, until the last they found the gate, Morgoth's maw, the pit of hate. Noisome vapors rose from the gulf. At last the prince said, "Hold, enough. Our foe was near, we found her lair, and from the deeps, the foetid air became a deathly pall, a haim of night, and darkness took him from our sight."
Morgoth's maw.
No, that doesn't sound like a happy ending.
Well, be that as it may, it was a ballad based on the encounter that at the time Prince Thranduil, now king, fought one of the vampires. I believe the head of the vampires at the time defeated it, to at least our knowledge.
Oh, thank you
Oh,
for
goody.
sharing that, so I can copy and paste it into my notes.
I know I had first started typing and then I was like, I might get this, right?
I started typing and it was just too fast. I was like, no way.
Perhaps we can find them there also.
Could you, Fig, could you point to a map where Morgoth's Maw is?
Would I be able to do that?
Give me a history check.
I mean,
Natural
I guess
20, here we come.
Northriel probably would have taught me some sort of geography when younger, but at the same time, why does Fig need a nap? What'd you say? History.
History.
Oh,
17. Morgoth's Maw doesn't actually ring any bells.
okay. No, it... The name is not familiar to me.
Well,
Perhaps Adethor might know. Or someone else.
if I was a betting man, and I'm not, but if I was, I would bet that the vampires are holed up in. Did we see the do we know the mountains of Mirkwood?
I mean, you didn't see them. Do you know of them?
Okay.
Just give me a wisdom check. Because you're not well traveled outside of Gondor.
Never mind, I didn't say anything.
But climbed hills through fir and thorn. The sun their herald at first morn. 3 days they walked.
Well, I mean, that would be helpful if we knew from where.
Until they found the gate.
I don't know if we're gonna find the vampires in the same place that the poem is talking about. But maybe. I could be wrong.
It's better than aimlessly looking.
It is. I think it would be best to ask directly, perhaps of Adethor or others, where we could find the vampires. And we do have a guide somewhere waiting for us that we have to meet.
Right.
So if we can find our guide, then it's a moot question.
Thank you, Northriel. I'll show them where they can rest, and we will likely go from there.
Everybody can give me a riddle check.
Whittle. Whittle.
Riddle me this.
Huh.
You know, it's okay. I'm just not gonna roll above a 10.
Say that as I roll a 10.
You rolled a 7.
I know, but I'm talking about my result. God. Lindsay, just
I have +4 int. I'm not dumb, but I am dumb.
Yeah.
okay, I have +3, and half the time my characters are still dumb as fuck.
I had to chuckle when you said you're not a gambling man because I just finished reviewing the episode when you played the game of cards with those people
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
and won a crap ton of money. I was like, hey.
That wasn't a gamble.
Good
I
times.
knew I was gonna win.
Did you now?
Fig, with a 12.
Oh, that's enough.
On your, based
It's a-
on your prior interactions and encounters with the vampires in Greenwood, you know roughly the starting area is the mountains of Greenwood, since you've been there. Going through the poem, you recognize that the mid-section of the poem is actually giving you directions. You have a vague memory of an old elven ruin that sat west of the mountains, and just a 3-day journey from there.
Did you say west of the mountains?
The ruin sat west of the mountains,
Okay, sorry.
known as the Refuge. And basically that if you look for a twisted peak with bare sides, that is reached through the forest of fir and thorn, and then find a black chasm.
All right, hopefully I typed all of that right as you were speaking. Okay. Then I'll after I say all of that, I'll stick to what I said with thanking Northriel for the help, and that I'll go ahead and kind of lead Malvhor and Cirion to the communal area that she spoke of to kind of start getting washed up and then like places to rest or whatever. And as we're walking, I'll ponder all that poem a bit more, and then present that info or the idea and concepts of all of that.
Okay.
That might be our best bet to try.
I mean, this is your kingdom, kid. This is your kingdom, killer. You lead the way.
Kingdom.
Yeah, the forest.
Kingdom, domain. What do you prefer?
You hear a small twig snap almost immediately behind you. This is the kingdom of Thranduil. As you turn and look at Adethor.
Oh.
I just gotta like jump for a sec, like, oh.
Malvhor has a heart attack and dies.
R.I.P. Malvhor.
That's it.
I gotta make those jokes with I gotta make those jokes.
Sorry, my lord. It's just wasn't quite sure what to call it. Thank you for correcting.
Oh, I'm not sorry.
Lord is not a title I bear, so you need not call me that.
What can we call you? Captain?
You can call me Adethor.
Adethor.
My rank and
This is weird.
station.
This is different than most places. Like it.
My rank has not been necessary since the last war.
How long ago was that?
Nearly 2 millennia, if a little over.
Oh, that's many lifetimes.
Cirion just goes wide-eyed, like, oh.
Many lifetimes for me, and not enough for those that fell.
Oh, it's an honor to meet you again. How was raising Fig?
What? Fig just like, oh god, just like looks at you quizzically, like, huh?
So we can't stay for fucking stories, but you can ask that. Okay.
Okay, fine. We don't need to know. I was just making
nope.
conversation.
Make your conversation, motherfucker.
You just hear this like slow grunt. Looking for advice.
Sure, maybe if there are any surprises to expect.
I merely taught her how to survive out here.
You did a good job.
There are most days we believe that she found us and not the other way around.
You should have seen her. First day outside the gates of Osgiliath, she was so confused.
That's probably to be expected. We didn't really have her interact much in the lands of men.
It was a large city.
I still have to take you to Minas Tirith. That is a city.
Minas Honor.
Is it not called Minas Tirith yet?
No, it is.
No, it is. I mean, I meant Minas Tirith. That's what we call it.
Oh. Interesting. Are you three heading out then?
I was showing them where they could rest, but I was just going to say if everyone truly wants to hear stories, we might as well just go back. We did drop the child off with Northriel so she could help.
Well, she's in good hands. Though I don't know how Northriel keeps attracting children from the worlds of men here. That's twice. Twice in 20 years.
Nice.
What's that, like a blink in the eyes of an elf?
Seems like yesterday.
What was the first time? Don't mind me asking.
He just points to
I
Fig.
point to Fig too.
Yeah, I'm just like, all right, just making sure. Maybe it was another incident. Gosh.
Yeah, Adethor, have you ever thought of opening an orphanage for lost children?
Huh. Fig just kind of gives it a little chuckle at that.
Anyway. Well, you're more than welcome to stay as long as you want. You're safe here. Let's go check on Northriel. Big, will you all be returning?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I don't know why that
It was like, somehow my mind just went, huh?
Just the I don't like that was kind of like very what I want to say
Sorry.
confident, like it kind of scares me a little bit.
Sorry.
Like, aw. Okay,
my brain suddenly went elsewhere. Yes, we'll return. And as, oh no, I'm gonna wait till we go back in.
I'm gonna gather some supplies and I'm gonna head back out.
To where?
Need to keep the force safe, Aaron. Now that you and Galad are both gone, it all falls on me.
Oh.
Maybe once in these 1,000 years I'll be able to retire, but not as long as the force needs me.
Do you need me to stay?
Need? No. You have a life to lead. I can't keep you here.
Have there has there been anything strange going on?
Give me a persuasion check at advantage.
Okay.
Because he's your daddy.
My kids are gonna call me broad or some shit.
Bruh.
15. Nothing out of the ordinary, just a bit quieter than normal.
Is it quite a good thing?
Not when you're used to hearing the sounds of birds and other animals. When their sounds disappear, that's a little concerning.
Oh, Fig, you should tell your father about the time you crossed Shelob's lair.
Oh,
Doesn't sound to me like any of you should be traveling with a child.
Is it bad to say we did it twice?
The child was not with us at the time. We are not that careless. I would
That is yet to be seen.
I would posit that we aren't careless at all, but we value the life of the child more than our own. Surely you understand that, Adethor.
I believe all life should be valued.
Indeed, but
Your
would
own
you
more so than others.
would you not
You
would you
would-
not risk your life for Fig?
If you were to fall there, would this task even be fulfilled?
Yes,
Not all
Malvhor.
risks are worth.
But if
You
we
assess the situations.
never attempted the task, then death would come regardless.
You would bear the gift of foresight.
Not I, but not I. But you know, we men, we make do.
Indeed you do.
And so far it's worked, so.
Oh well, I won't keep you all any longer. Big, do check back in when you guys return.
I
He
will.
sort of hefts his bow and walks off towards the hovel.
I like 'em.
Well,
He is.
no, sorry, go on, Fig.
Oh.
Seems like a great warrior, that's all. Great man. Elf. Great elf.
Yes, he always seems tough on the outside, but
I was gonna say he's very abrasive, but
those who know him well know he's more caring than that.
I was gonna say maybe he has a gooey center.
Seems fine by me.
So
Well, then.
are we still going back?
What are you guys doing?
I mean, we have to come back after we kill the vampires, but
Just chatting.
I'm ready to go. I'm always down for a nap, but I don't need one.
We can. I mean, it won't hurt. We can do one. I mean,
I mean,
am I
I will
missing
literally gain nothing from it, besides the nap itself, which in itself is a gift.
What time of day is it right now? You never told me to do an arrival check.
God, see? Thank you. I told you. Do it now, please, for the love of God.
How do I do this?
Roll a d8.
If we never arrive, are we always in a state of journey?
I mean, sure. That means you get no long rests ever.
God.
Sorry, what did you also... Well, I'll wait for you to finish. I missed what you said about time of day. Kev, are you missing any hit points or anything? Would any sort of rest be beneficial to you?
No.
All right, so
Oh,
I
is it just me
apologize.
that's missing something then?
I'm missing mine
you're the
from
only one.
Shadow.
You're the only one that used an ability.
Yeah. Okay.
I apologize because I forgot about the arrival check 2 journeys in a row, and I'm trying to be better at that. So I apologize I went through all this without getting this, but for what it's worth, the Fellowship is beset by foul moods and short tempers that they must work hard to throw off. Each has disadvantage on ability checks pertaining to social interactions until such a time as they succeed in one of these roles. The penalty will apply if they seek an audience at the destination. If there is a single upside to this dark mood, it is that they are so spoiling for a fight that each member of the company receives advantage to initiative rolls until they take a short rest.
Wait.
Oh, so no, we are not taking a nap. We are hitting the road. We are grumpy.
I guess not.
Fuck you, Malvhor.
Okay.
Fuck you,
I'd
kid.
like to-
Yeah.
and then for, let's see, social interactions.
The only one I think was Fig's
I think only
persuasion.
Fig made a
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
And it was her
Okay.
dad. Does it really count?
It
It's her
does.
daddy.
Every time you say father, Fig's gonna be like, father figure.
No,
He's
no.
not really my father.
Your father doesn't have to be by blood. Your father can be your family can be by covenant.
No,
By oath.
I
Oh.
know that, but he wasn't. It's complicated.
Was he an
'cause
absent father figure? Did he go out for milk a
shit.
lot?
No, but he just was not my first father.
Do you remember your actual father?
This is getting deep.
It depends what you mean. There are the parents that I remember before coming here. But
So
they
you do
also
remember
are
your
not
birth
of-
parents?
No. I only remember the forest and who raised me there before
you-
coming here.
So you have another set of adoptive parents?
This is why it's complicated.
Wait, who adopted you before Adethor and Northriel?
Oh, they're I'm gonna grip the necklace. They no longer live.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry for your loss.
But they did raise me first.
Complicated family tree.
Wow, I'm just gonna say, yeah, that's rough, Fig. That's rough. That's a lot to unpack. If you want to sit down and work through it sometime, you know, I'm always here.
I've learned it is how life works.
I mean, but the thing is, not for everybody, and that's a fact. You know, we have to come to terms with. Anyway,
That is true. But most of my fighting came from my first parents.
oh,
Out of
so
four. Yes.
I get it.
Adethor and Galad helped make it more human-like in terms of fighting.
Wait, whoa! Were your first adoptive parents fucking wolves?
Bears.
They are. Oh, it all comes full circle.
I'll say Cirion's gonna be like, oh.
It all comes full circle. It all makes sense now. Is that why? Is that why you turn into a bear?
No, I have no idea how I can turn into a bear.
Cirion just kind of whispers under his breath, "Oh, that is so fucking cool."
Oh, I gotta write stories about your bear parents now. Oh, I gotta think.
I don't say it too often because the first few times I did it, either no one believed me or they thought it too weird.
Big, you could tell me the sky was purple and I'd believe you. Sometimes it seems the world is shaping itself around you, Fig. Anyway,
That is an interesting concept.
speaking of the world shaping around Fig, let's go kill her childhood nightmare.
Childhood nightmare. I like that.
Guess we're going vampire hunting, kids.
What was that?
Sitting on that reveal for 35 sessions.
Her parents were bears? Bears raised her? Was little Fig running around on all fours?
I refuse to let an NPC be the one to reveal it.
I hinted very slightly at it a few times, and I was like, nah, it'll come.
That's a cool
And then I
reveal.
got
That's awesome.
excited. Yeah. So, yeah. Onward.
Real quick, when you originally walked out of Northriel's, did you grab the files from the pouch she told you to?
Yes, I meant to say that, yeah. And then I got
Okay.
stuck with the poem, so.
You can add 5 Athelas salves.
Thank you!
Every time so far when I heard vials, I heard files. I was like, fuck?
It is, yeah, file.
Is there anything else with my own personal vial, or was that just a fun little?
No, that was just.
I'm just curious.
for
Okay. Yep.
Taking a tone with you.
But Mom!
Because she was gonna use it to give the medicine to, and then she found out yours was broken, so she's like, well. All right. So you 3, say you grabbed a meal or something, got yourselves a little bit rested from your long journey, and then after an hour or so, headed back out, heading south with Fig at the front to lead you down towards the mountains of Greenwood. We're not going to go into a full journey mechanic here, but we're going to do sort of like a light one. So
A diet
Fig,
journey.
Can you just go ahead and roll me a D12 plus 1, please.
Oh, I can type this. This is fine. 6!
6.
What?
You just went,
Man, as a player, I'm itching for a fight, and now it just works that we all are, narratively speaking.
I always am.
It's been a while since we've done combat.
Been a while.
Careful what you wish for.
Mm-hmm.
You head out, crossing the elven path, and then across to the other side to the section of Greenwood that you're fairly familiar with. You've treaded these grounds pretty much all your life. Very easy to navigate for you, very reminiscent of simpler days.
As long as I can remember.
And it's fairly simple. I mean, a lot of the routes and pathing that you take, you've followed Adethor through when you were young, and it's just a matter of letting the muscle memory sort of kick in. So you guys travel southwards, heading for the ancient elven refuge or ruins that were referenced in the poem. Takes you maybe about 2 days or so to get there. And in fact, when you do, you arrive sort of at nightfall, and you see a low lit campfire in the sort of down in this small valley amongst the marble ruins of these elven structures. You see it from a distance, if that matters.
Anything to potentially be alert of around? I want to check the area, I guess.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a survival or perception check, depending if you're sort of looking for signs or you're looking for actual entities. Like
Okay. What time of day did you say it was?
it's night.
Or now it's night.
Yes.
It's dark.
Oh,
It's-
I'll do perception.
It's 0 day.
Cause
You what do you not see?
What did you roll?
See clear.
a 24. Oh wait. Oh no. Yeah.
24. You was that perception? Yes.
Yes.
You actually note that there's a decent amount of life in the immediate vicinity. Various nocturnal animals that are scampering about or flying around, depending on what they are. Some predators, some prey. But you do notice that there is a sort of front-lit figure hunched over by the fire, and with a 24, you get this very, very familiar feeling.
Familiar vampire feeling.
It's our friend. It's our vampire friend, the fourth member of our party.
Or is it some...
I will just say a familiar feeling.
good or bad?
Oh my god.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
Just go say hi.
I will carefully, quietly, and slowly approach until I get a better look. And Malvhor and Cirion will kind of watch me suddenly be like, almost like a little prowl, like, as I get
Does she
closer.
remind you of a bear now, Cirion? Now that we know that, do you see the bear influences?
It's hard not to see it.
I know, right? I can't believe I didn't see it before.
She's ready to pounce. You get close enough to her, she growls. How do we not see this?
I don't know.
And we're dumb.
Yeah, we are.
As you're approaching Fig, you see what looks to be like a raccoon of sorts, sort of scamper over to the fire and hop up on the log where this individual is
I knew it!
hunched over, and you see it sort of scratch, and you hear a little chittering, and he goes, "Huh?
Fuck.
Oh, we meet again, Vigdis."
I thought it was you. I'll just turn around. He's friendly.
Are we sure?
Yes, this is someone I've told you about before.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
limits it down.
I trust Fig implicitly and with every fiber of my being. So,
I trust her too, but goddamn, let me just be a little cautious. Sheesh.
I'll
I
just
see you.
approach the campfire. Yeah.
I see you
Going towards
brought company this time along with you.
I thought I wouldn't see you again for a while.
Ah, so did I. I've been roaming this forest for a bit, trying to get the lay of the land and the wildlife here.
I have a question
As he-
for you, Fig. Is this
Yes.
man another one of your father figures?
Oh, don't be preposterous. I'm more of a distant uncle.
Great.
Oh my god.
A
this
new
family-
relative.
No.
She
no.
has enough fathers. She needs more uncles.
Fake's just like, huh? Wait. No, this is
Malvhor,
this is the
Get a parchment out or something and just start making a family tree. I'm starting to lose track.
I'll tell you about their first parents later, but this is the Maiar I spoke of. This is Awendel.
See the Meyer sort of stand, and the fires illuminating the front of him. You see deep brown robes and a staff that he leans on that bears the resemblance of a large tree branch. As he takes off his hat and does a shallow bow. It's a pleasure to finally meet the rest of your company.
He was the one that helped me send you a message with a bird.
I
When you were in
knew
prison.
that bird was real. I knew it wasn't a hallucination.
Yes, I do apologize. I wish I would have had more to tell you, but that was a message, and, well, is what it is. But I am happy to see the three of you, at least, alive and well. It bears me some good feelings that you received my letter and were at least able to escape Osgiliath.
Yeah, and we fixed everything in Osgiliath, so not everything.
Hold up.
Wonderful.
You sent a letter? He sent a letter? What?
Who's talking?
Player me is talking.
Player you is talking. Okay, I won't acknowledge it then.
What? Wait. Continue. I'm confused, but that's fine.
Yes,
Mr. Grass, I am so confused.
you know, just a simple matter of putting an end to a civil war and standing our ground against a vampire and trying to rout out a dark cult. We're not completely done with that third part yet, but we're working on it. And then, of course, there's the cat's eye that's causing problems.
Yes, I know not a lot about that. Mainly, I've been removed from such matters. But that is where the three of you come in. Hopefully, that is an aspect of something that you'll be able to chase down and get ahead of.
Should have
'Cause there
seen
are
Fig
some-
chasing down that cat. I didn't see it, but she was successful.
You move with grace and finesse.
Well, there is a nasty bit of business that is yet to be done, and I assume the purpose for your being here is well within the path that is intended, whether or not is what you expected.
That's a comforting thought.
Indeed.
Yeah, we're here to kill some vampires.
Well, the best of luck to you for that.
You don't have any tips, do you?
I was not actually here in Middle-earth when they were created, so I don't work like
Oh,
that.
so you're just a young man.
I wouldn't say that. No, absolutely not. I've been
Younger than
around-
Thranduil, maybe? Are you?
No, I'm probably as old as time itself.
Oh, Maya and all that.
Yes. Only arrived in Middle-earth, roughly maybe 1,000 years ago.
How old is Thranduil? He has to be older than 1,000.
He is, yes. He's older than that, but I'm certainly older than that, and the other Maya are older
I mean,
than that.
does
and
the
Valar-
time before
Malvor's older than that.
does the time before coming to this land really count? Is that like a new beginning? I guess
not
it
here to
does.
debate
Malvhor,
philosophy with you.
you tell us.
Oh, Awendel, why are you here?
Well, I felt as if our last meeting, when you were perusing the nightlife of the Rovanian and the Anduin Vales, I felt as if you had many thoughts and questions on your mind that, though you were asking, you didn't feel as if you knew where you were heading. And I think it's time we nudged you down that path. So come, sit.
Okay. I'll just sit.
Warm yourself by the fire, everyone. Please, feel free to talk to any of the wildlife. They're great conversation, especially the squirrels.
Ooh, who's there?
Well, it is night, so they're sort of a little distant right now, but...
Anything medium-sized and fluffy, gimme!
There's that raccoon that was just here.
Good, give me the raccoon! I'll treat it like a
like little
cat.
bandits.
Trash cat.
The trash pandas.
How are you doing this evening, Mr. and Mrs. Raccoon?
Malphor's like, I knew I was talking to a bird and it was talking back to me. Now I can do it for real.
Yeah, why not?
For the fucking trip.
Does the raccoon reply to me?
I'm just petting the raccoon on my lap.
No, it just sort of looks at you. They'll warm up to you. They'll warm up to you.
Okay.
Can I put my arm down for a squirrel, like, to climb up?
You can certainly try. Go ahead and give me an animal handling check.
It's gonna be interesting.
Natural one.
Oh god, this is gonna be interesting.
No.
I wanted it to bite you.
Now it has to be something good.
Without hesitation, it sort of scampers over and then just runs up your arm and sits on your shoulder.
I got a new friend.
Senses regards.
Hey, boss. Don't take care of things.
Hey, you.
Come here. Big. Let's focus in a bit. Last time we had this sort of encounter, you and your friends were in a dire situation.
I stop petting the raccoon. The prison.
Indeed. And that path is still the one you walk. Because my friends that are still out there that we've lost contact with, we hope are still alive. And that they are the ones that were investigating the matter at hand that you have now stumbled upon.
The cult. Or more.
The gatherings in the east, the Mordu's intentions. I don't have the information, it's with them. They know a lot more than I do. That is beyond the whole purpose I came here. But my lady seems to believe that you bear the right will to be able to carry out these tasks. And be her champion. I want you to close your eyes. And let's go through a meditation again.
I pick up the raccoon and put him down by my feet.
Just like scratching at your leg.
No, stop that.
You sit down and sort of calm for the night, knowing that you guys are here around a campfire and for the most part would be continuing your journey the next morning. Take a moment and are met with that familiar feeling when you originally met Awendel out in the Ithilien, where he taught you to take that spiritual form to help you guide and discover and aid you and your companions in your endeavors. Listen to my voice, Fig. And I want you to clear your mind. Once you've done that, focus on what you have discovered so far and what you know. That's where we're gonna take a break.
Ah! I was ready to zone in.
I know, that's why I just rubber band you all over the place. Keep you on your toes.
And also, like, once you said that, I was like, oh crap, is this a test? Is this a test I didn't study for?
A train leaves Rivendell and a train leaves Minas Tirith at the same time. How long until they meet?
One goes 50 miles an hour, the other goes 20.
What's a train?
One goes 5 fell beasts an hour. Pray that you don't have one of those on your tail. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Salutations, listeners. My name is Professor Benjamin O'Toole of the Waterdeep University and Arcane Institute. I'm known for being an educator, philanthropist, gentleman, adventurer, researcher, and now a conservationist. I wish to express my concern as of late in regards to the dwindling population of the majestic owlbear. These beautiful creatures are all too often poached and hunted by so-called adventuring parties for resources like hides, arcane focuses, foci, and experience. Here at the O'Toole Owlbear Conservation, we are making a difference with our foster and breeding programs by taking in orphaned cubs? No, chicks. Juvenile owlbears. Our volunteers work closely with the owlbears in our care until they are of age and suitable for the reintroduction to the wild. Without our, and potentially your, intervention in this matter, owlbears could very well disappear from our force. So, how can you help us in our effort in preserving the Aves mammalia? You can get involved in this effort by symbolically adopting one of our owlbear juveniles. Your donation will go straight to their support and care. Take a tour of our facilities and read our various literatures to educate yourself on this wonderful creature. Write to the lord or lady of your land and encourage policies that protect such wildlife. Learn druidic magic and swear to the safeguard of the wilds and all the creatures that live inside of it, vowing to the defense against the brutal adventuring parties who go hunting for these gentle creatures in such a barbaric manner. And in that vow, you follow an ancient druidic path that eventually leads you to the spirit of the forest, and they bestow upon you the power to take back the lands that once belonged to the beast and the bird that roam upon this realm. Recycle. Please help us in this noble effort. For more information, please direct all correspondence via a sending spell to the Office of Conservation at the O'Toole Owlbear Conservation. For inquiries regarding my research, Adventuring Days, my latest publication, speaking opportunities, private lessons, book club, and knitting circle, please forward your sending spell to the office of Sir Benjamin O'Toole of the Waterdeep University and Arcane Institute. The O'Toole Conservation name, logo, and image are all protected licensure and owned by O'Toole Philanthropy. Use of this without the express written consent of Sir Benjamin O'Toole could result in legal action, a failed death save, a gentleman's acknowledgement of a worthy adversary for being outfoxed, and or loss of consortium. Side effects of druidic magic can include uncontrollable vine growth, sudden fascination of fungi, inability to revert from wild shape, body odor, an acquired taste for good berries, splinters, tanking for the party, depression, and or becoming one with the elements. The O'Toole Conservation is not responsible for anyone being maimed, eaten, killed, or disfigured by anyone attempting to approach owlbears. Please do not contact our officers with liability claims. We will cast silence. We mean it. Casting speaking with animals within our facilities is strictly prohibited except by authorized personnel. We will take legal action.
Ooh, I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear. I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear.
Haste.
I'm a bear.
Pack. We need
Rise.
to leave.
I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear. Look at me bearing around.
Burn! And latch onto you. You take 5 shatter damage.
This is not the hug I wanted. Alright, let's make attacks at him.
Roll them dice.
You missed my birthday, bitch!
Probably go up on sale tomorrow. My donut! I got it. I lost it. I dropped my donut.
Talks amongst yourselves.
Yeah, so I think
Are we there yet?
that way might work.
Are we there yet?
Kevin, you're fired.
Don't have us talk amongst ourselves then.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a role-playing game.
Said the thespian.
Meh. Oh, meh. Oh no. Meh.
In Lindsayisms.
Audience, meh. Chat, meh. Oh my god.
I think you've lost it.
I need to stop doing things on stream. Adventure. Meh. Just like that. Health back. Go back. How is everyone? I'm doing. Why are they back?
You hear something.
Thank God I am half in the tank.
I shall stand with you. Shit, you're on your own.
Hail, adventurer! Are you a dungeon master with a desire to transport your players to fantastical settings? Perhaps they are deep in the dungeon of a mad lich. Fools! You have intervened for the last time. Let's see you survive my fireball! Or perhaps the party has just come across bandits, and the Goliath monk releases a flurry of blows and a stunning strike to gain control of the conflict. Nice rolls on the attack. Or maybe the party is taking a breather after another difficult quest. If this sounds like something you want at your next TTRPG session, then head over to battlebards.com. By subscribing to BattleBards Prime, you get the ability to immerse your players in your campaign. You'll get complete streaming access to the libraries of both BattleBards and Platemail games. And whether your game is in person or virtual, you won't be limited, as you will have access to a caster and a mixer to be able to broadcast the tracks to all of your players. And of course, if you want to download and keep any tracks, then you get 20% off all in-store purchases. So what are you waiting for, adventurer? A quest posting at the local guild hall? Get over to battlebards.com and subscribe today, and use the coupon code ADVENTURE at checkout. Stay proficient, adventurers.
Salutations, listeners. My name is Professor Benjamin Poole of the Waterdeep University and Arcane Institute. I'm known for being an educator, philanthropist, gentleman, adventurer, researcher, and now a conservationist. I wish to express my concern as of late in regards to the dwindling population of the majestic owlbear. These beautiful creatures are all too often poached and hunted by so-called adventuring parties for resources like hides, arcane focuses, foci, and experience. Here at the O'Toole Owlbear Conservation, we are making a difference with our foster and breeding programs by taking in orphaned cubs? No, chicks. Juvenile owlbears. Our volunteers work closely with the owlbears in our care until they are of age and suitable for the reintroduction to the wild. Without our, and potentially your, intervention in this matter, owlbears could very well disappear from our forests. So, how can you help us in our effort in preserving the Aves mammalia? You can get involved in this effort by symbolically adopting one of our owlbear juveniles. Your donation will go straight to their support and care. Take a tour of our facilities and read our various literatures to educate yourself on this wonderful creature. Write the lord or lady of your land and encourage policies that protect such wildlife. Learn druidic magic and swear to the safeguard of the wilds and all the creatures that live inside of it, vowing to the defense against the brutal adventuring parties who go hunting for these gentle creatures in such a barbaric manner. And in that vow, you follow an ancient druidic path that eventually leads you to the spirit of the forest, and they bestow upon you the power to take back the lands that once belonged to the beast and the bird that roam upon this realm. Recycle. Please help us in this noble effort. For more information, please direct all correspondence via a sending spell to the Office of Conservation at the O'Toole Owlbear Conservation. For inquiries regarding my research, Adventuring Days, my latest publication, speaking opportunities, private lessons, book club, and knitting circle, please forward your sending spell to the office of Sir Benjamin O'Toole of the Waterdeep University and Arcane Institute. The O'Toole Conservation name, logo, and image are all protected licensure and owned by O'Toole Philanthropy. Use of this without the express written consent of Sir Benjamin O'Toole could result in legal action, a failed death save, a gentleman's acknowledgement of a worthy adversary for being outfoxed, and or loss of consortium. Side effects of druidic magic can include uncontrollable vine growth, sudden fascination of fungi, inability to revert from wild shape, body odor, an acquired taste for good berries, splinters, tanking for the party, depression, and or becoming one with the elements. The O'Toole Conservation is not responsible for anyone being maimed, eaten, killed, or disfigured by anyone attempting to approach owlbears. Please do not contact our officers with liability claims. We will cast silence. We mean it. Casting and speaking with animals within our facilities is strictly prohibited except by authorized personnel. We will take legal action.
Ooh, I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear. I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear.
Haste.
I'm a bear.
Pack. We need
Right.
to leave.
I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear. Look at me bearing around.
Burn! And latch onto you. You take 5 shatter damage.
This is not the hug I wanted.
All right, everybody.
Not the hug I wanted.
You missed my birthday, bitch!
My birthday, bitch!
Those sounds are now all in our soundboard in Discord too, so join that and you get to use them whenever the hell you want to voice chat.
Is the wee alcohol one here?
You fucker! You don't like me when I get handsy.
You don't like me when I get
Come to
handsy.
the right place, darling.
It's time to fucking party.
I like that one. There's no wee alcohol! Alright. You just had to say it, Loremaster, that's all.
I was to the audience. It was to beckon them to
Yeah,
our
and
Discord,
we were
not for you.
demoing it. It's a demo. It's a field test.
Radcast sends his love.
That's what we should have played for the squirrel when it came up to me.
Right.
Oh, that's what we need. Oh, yeah.
It's my favorite. Good
So yes,
times.
those are in our voice chats now. We'll add more as we find them. So if you think we say something stupid or funny on stream, clip it and we'll probably get around to it.
Probably.
Yes,
There's
we
no
will.
shortage of that. I guarantee
Yes,
you.
Oh, we should get the one when I was yelling at my cat and I just went.
Don't allow that foul language on your number.
I'm personally a fan of Brian going, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Yes, that's right. I
See if I
love
can
that
pull
one.
I'm sorry.
It's a role-playing game.
all I need is the "Oh, I'm sorry." There's so much character behind it.
I'll make a note.
And
Make
wee
it out.
alcohol.
Alright.
Oh my god.
Beyond that, we're almost through the month of April here, so Twitch subscribers, you're all already automatically entered into our giveaway that is happening once a month. The giveaway for this month is the Kingdoms of Amalur?
You know, I don't know if I've heard it
Amalur?
said. I've only read it. I've played that game twice. It's a fun game. It's not bad.
It's funny because every time I look at it, I want to say Amular. But when it's way it's written, it shouldn't be that. But anyway, that's what we're giving out. If you want a chance to win it, help support us, subscribe here on Twitch, and every month we give away a game to our subscribers. This is the second month that we've done this. We just started this, so we hope to keep it going. It's our way to give back to you, and quite honestly, most of the games we're giving away are worth more than the subscription. So, but that is it. We will announce that at the first of
Cat giveaway?
not giving away a cat. So let's get back into tonight's Fig. So actually, the whole fellowship here.
I was so tempted
those
to
are-
play a soundboard thing.
You, I swear,
He will take
I'm
all
trying-
sounds away.
I am trying to spin a yarn, and you people refuse to let me do it.
That was so dramatic. A yarn.
We're here for the drama.
Spot the actor.
Wow, I love the fact you fell off and then walked in from the side.
Just how I drew it up. Anyway, so.
It's getting
What
wild.
the fuck am I? What year is it?
I love how this always happens after a break.
So you all are gathered around a small fire in the middle of the forest amongst these elven ruins in Greenwood. Two of you meeting for the first time, a Maiar Awendel, a disheveled old man, brown robes and a walking stick and a very ramshackled hat. But he sits sort of cross-legged on this log with his staff crossed over his body. And he sort of leans close over into the fire a bit, as his face sort of illuminates, you see the gray and remnants of brown hair still in his beard. In his face, you see like a leathery old skin that's has this look of superior wisdom and knowledge of the world, and still this air of levity to him. Fig, you sit sort of across from him, opposite on the other side of the fire, and you sort of take whatever comfortable position you normally do in your meditations. During this, just so we all know, Malvhor and Cirion, what are you doing?
I'm actually going to be a brat and go through the meditations as well, even though don't think they're meant for me. But I will go through the motions and see if anything happens. Maybe it'll do something for me. Maybe I'll find
Nothing wrong with breathing.
peace.
I'm just gonna look at the two of them and just kind of find a spot to chill.
He's like, everyone's eyes closed. Break out the whiskey.
How long have you had that?
Don't worry about it. Yeah, I'm just gonna watch. Probably pull out my dagger, just kind of just spin around and just play with it for a little bit while they're doing their thing.
You're gonna scare the animals.
The squirrel on your shoulder pulls out its own tiny dagger.
And holds it to your throat.
The fuck kind of forest is this?
Yeah, sends his love.
Here we go.
This VOD's gonna be atrocious.
Oh, it's gonna be some good reels.
Take a moment, Fig, and feel the warmth of the fire on your face. Listen to the crackling of the wood and the smoldering of the embers. Take a deep breath and inhale the night air of the forest. The very forest in which you grew up in. The kingdom of the Silvan Elves is not just theirs, but yours. They took you in as their own and taught you their ways. But this forest was yours long before they took you in. Your parents taught you much. Your adopted family taught you more. Made you into who you are. Do you hear anything?
Do I?
For a moment you hear the natural ambience of the night, and it slowly starts to muffle and wane, and is replaced by this gentle, slow, harp-like string music.
The music.
Yes.
The original sound of it I first heard.
One that guided you. Tell me what you see. What do you know?
Is there anything specific I see, or
Would come to Fig's mind.
in hearing the music?
Yes.
She would have imagined the harp. Based on what she's looked into previously about the music and the voice, she would have gone back to when she first saw, I think it was like a vast open like field of sorts with like kind of a breeze cutting through it. She's going to remember. Yeah.
You see the pastures.
Oh. Yes.
You feel the winds, the moving of the tall grasses and the reeds.
I'll just nod.
You feel a sense of belonging there, a sense of duty. As you sort of look in this vision off to the side, sitting beneath a tree, a pair of adults, brown bears.
Ooh. I'll kind of immediately move toward them.
You move in that direction, and it doesn't seem like you ever get any closer. It just sort of seems to be in place, but at the corner of your eye, you see a taller than you form that is just constantly out of sight. It makes out the shape of a humanoid of a person, but if you turn to look, it's constantly just out of sight. Somebody walking beside you or behind you, but just off to like the side. What have you learned in your journey of pursuing this music?
This voice, the one you are tied to, the voice is also tied to the music, and I still don't quite know who she is, but I don't know if she might be a Valar or other spirit of sorts.
What do you know of her?
Shepherd is a word I got.
Kind. Does she herd sheep?
I don't think so. I made that up. No, I don't think I did. No, I didn't. We're fine. Also,
Is she herself a shepherd, or did she give life to shepherds?
like the shepherds of the forest.
Yes. Yes, those are ones that she gave life to. Protectors of the forest.
Then she is the one that is a protector of nature.
Precisely. Is the mother of all that grows in the ground, a protector of nature. When the elves and men awoke in this land, they took to themselves, created their civilizations, their societies, at the cost of that which already lived in the earth. Trees, the rivers, the animals. It was her intervention, her pleading with Iru Ulavata that created the shepherds of the forest, the Ents.
And my parents are now with her, like you said before.
The spirits reside in her pastures.
That is most I've been able to connect so far. Other than the times I've heard the music sound wrong.
Yes. That is a different matter entirely. Let's stay on task for now. In your meditations, you've focused and gained insight. Have you ever attempted to open yourself to her, to let her in?
I don't think I've specifically tried that. I've been open to answers and insight on questions I've asked, but
some answers don't come from knowledge, research, conversation. Some come from faith. She has faith in you. You place your faith and your trust in her. Did you nod?
yes.
Okay, I was waiting.
I wasn't
for
sure if it
verbal
was
response.
a question. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just
That's
kind
why I
of
was
like,
sitting here going, are you thinking? I don't know.
No, sorry. And I started thinking when I was like, this has been a long silence. Did he legit ask me a question?
That was not rhetorical.
I did not.
My lady is a bearer, ordainer of harvests, protector of plants, and giver of fruits. Think. But there is much shadow still lingering in this world. My duties tie me here. My lady needs you to protect this world.
That is a lot to comprehend.
For someone who grew up in the forest, I didn't think you'd think so much. The elves have raised you well. Are you open to that? Do you want her to come into your life?
I do, if I have been guided thus far. For as long as I know in life, then
Do you have faith that you have been put on this path? And that her intentions are pure?
I do.
And focus in on all the things that you know of her. And remember what I said. You find her, she'll find you. Go ahead and give me a wisdom check at advantage.
Ooh. Mother Nature, hello.
Oh. What are the chances?
I'm going to use inspiration.
Wow.
I feel like someone's sending you a message. If you get a third natural one.
I saw the one at first and panicked. Oh my god. There? Holy crap.
Holy shit.
Goodbye, inspo.
In your vision, you sort of turn towards that figure that's been sort of off and slightly looming to your side this whole time, and as you slowly sort of turn with the sun sitting in that direction, the figure doesn't move from you. Instead, it remains in a silhouette sort of backlit from the sun, and you see a tall figure with long hair and a very slender figure in loose, a sort of loose dress. If you find her in that mind of yours, speak her name.
Yavanna.
That moment, your vision sort of transcends, and you're come back to the area of which you are, where you are immediately, as you feel like the fire sort of get brighter and warmer, though the rest of you don't feel this at all. It sort of remains normal, and you see the fire sort of expand and illuminate the area around you until it recedes, and suddenly it's a daylight. And in the center of where the fire once was, you see a tall woman in a wrapped green dress, very, very pale, almost sort of very extremely light skin, very auburn hair, and her hair is actually decorated with twigs and flowers and even like a vine of grapes as she stands out.
Well, that's fun.
Think. You've taken quite some time to find me.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Looked forward for a long time to meet you.
Me?
Raised
Why?
by the forest itself. What better individual is there for a guardian of nature, a warrior of the forest? Big Arwendel's companions came to Middle-earth along with him and went east and south. Haven't been heard from for a long time. I dare not speak their names here, as they'll never know quite who might be listening on these plains. Know that your path will take you to them if they are still drawing breath. And you will find the two blue wizards. they will know infinitely more about what is transpiring in Osgiliath and Mordor in the east than Arwindel or even myself could tell you. But that is only a secondary purpose for our meeting, is it not? A lot has transpired with you, Fig. From your upbringing, with your parents who now reside in my pastures, and speak of you often. Your home amongst the Silvan Elves, the Dusk Elves, the Twilight Elves. I do enjoy their company from time to time. And now amongst the world of men. But a tether still pulls you towards another. For reasons I don't quite have the insight to say, I believe that is for you to find out for yourself. But you have desires, you have wants in this world. Do you not? What is it you desire?
I enjoy my time in the forest and traveling. And I would like to keep those I care about safe.
Including Galad?
Yes.
I suspect your path will bring you to him in due course, though his fate is clouded from me.
I see.
Walk with me, Fig, as she holds out her hand.
I'll take it slowly.
She sort of just guides you through the forest as the two of you sort of walk through what appears to be greenwood in the light of day. Various animals scampering about and doing what they do. The music you've heard up till now has been snippets of the creation of all this. The whole world of Middle-earth, and all that resides in it. My kin and I, the Valar, each sung a song together. And in that song spun creation itself. The discordance you've probably heard that I've heard through Arwindel. It's the influence of one of the fallen, Morgoth. It's those that follow him, Sauron, Mordu, all of them.
Well,
go ahead.
that makes sense now.
I'm glad it does. It's quite exhausting trying to convey with those of the mortal realm without directly influencing. Arwindel and even the other four Maiar that reside in Middle-earth, in fact, aren't permitted to interfere in much, especially in using their powers. That's why we need individuals like you, like your companions. For if the shadow is to be defeated and driven back, we need beacons to stand tall above it and be the bastion for all free people of Middle-earth to rally to. You accept to be my champion, Fig, champion of Yavanna, then you will be a defender of all that walks this earth, defenders of the forest. So tell me who you want to be, and I will set you free.
I can't help but feel I've been a part of this already, and so I, as Vigdis, do accept.
So who do you choose to be?
Vigdis Randiel, champion of Yavanna.
Very well.
Daughter of Vigdis and born.
Very well. She raises her hand and gently places it atop yours. Vigdis Erendil, Bjornsdatter. From this moment onward, you will be my champion, and you will bear my mark. And know that all kin of yours from this moment onward, if they stay true to your path, will retain that mark as well. Go forth with my blessing. She sort of just steps back, and the realm itself slowly begins to darken and close in as she slowly continues to step away. Just close. Darkness comes, and she disappears from sight.
Oh boy.
And you sort of open your eyes and blink, and you're around the fire again. Alwindel just sort of sitting there smiling across from you.
Malvhor.
Yeah.
Fig, you can... Hang on 1 second. Sorry. You'll find something in your journal. Where did I find? There you are. 1 second.
In my journal. In my journal?
Should be next to your character sheet.
Okay. I see it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna blink a little wildly at first and just be like kind of staring down at the ground. And that's when I'll go, Malvhor.
Yeah.
That night when I became a bear for Maerwyn. She
Yeah.
was right.
About?
Being a guardian of the forest of sorts.
of sorts, or just simply a guardian of the forest?
You're right, it's simply that.
Like I said,
That is.
like I've said before, the world seems to be bending itself around you. Don't shy away from it. Grab hold of your destiny.
This is a lot to take in.
Well, Vigdis, Bjorn's daughter, sense that you bear the blessing of my lady.
I do.
Would you care to try it?
I was just reading it. I was trying to see if it's short or long rest.
I'll give you details later. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
This is to be epic. Don't worry about fucking mechanics.
I'll give you this one for free, kid.
All right. Yeah. I'll give a really small nod, but I'm gonna clutch the bear tooth necklace of mine really hard. Put it up to my lips for a brief second. Put it down. Take a deep breath. And then you'll see me step away from the fire, get on all fours, and start the process.
For the first time, you see Fig walk over and slowly get down on all fours, and you see the hair begin to grow and her face begin to actually shift and take on a different form as it elongates into a snout, and her mouth begins to shift and the teeth begin to form sharper canines, and longer as her hair begins to grow and fill out into fur, as her whole form begins to shift slowly into one massive adult brown bear. Ooh. Rise, Vigdis Erendil, Bjorn's daughter.
Oh boy.
And bear the name of your father, Bjorn, as you are now the matriarch of your kin, the protectors of the forest, and those that will hold this land across that. From this moment on, your people will be known as the Bjornings.
Oh shit!
I'm a bear!
10 minutes ago in my notes, I was like, the ancestors
Oh my
of the
god,
Bjornings?
dude. That's fucking wild.
I'm a bear!
Fucking music, dude, is perfect for it.
Oh, that is so cool! Finally, I'm a Bjorning!
Make sure you update your character sheet.
Oh shit, you're right!
First Bjorning to walk Middle Earth.
That is so fucking cool, man.
As Fig
I
stands,
wanna
as she
fight!
rises to her hind legs and lets out that guttural bear roar, and it echoes through the forest. She comes back down onto her all fours. Beautiful. I'm sure that will come in handy in your next leg of your adventure. As Arwindel stands with his staff, you have a long road ahead of you. Find my companions and get to the heart of all this. But first, so he tosses the staff and catches it. You have a vampire to slay.
Let's go
Good
fuck
luck.
him up!
That's
I
where we're
keep
going
my
to end
squirrel
tonight.
Your girlfriend! Oh!
Dude, what a badass fucking ending. That is so cool.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Holy crap!
Not gonna lie, that's probably one of my favorite endings to a session that we've had. That was cool. That was so fucking cool.
I'm a bear.
So, Fig, I gave you that secondary stat block for it.
Yes.
We can work things out if we find things aren't working, because this is all homebrewed, guys.
We'll play test.
So we'll play with it. There's also something additional on top of this that's not captured in that stat block, and I'll tell you about it
Okay.
off stream. It's not that big of a deal, but
Okay, dokies.
I didn't know a way to sneak it into your character sheet proper without, spoiling things. So,
Right.
but
That is so cool.
that's all for us tonight. The Fellowship now
I
is
want to fight as a bear.
the Fellowship is 3 days from their destination in the mountains of Greenwood, where they hope to come across their guide, unwilling companion of Tanel before that. But regardless, they'll press on and make do with what they have to see if they can fulfill the bargain they've struck with Mordu.
Oh,
But Vigdis Erendil is now blessed by the Valar Yavanna, and now bears her mark as her champion.
That's a long ass name.
Just gets longer every time.
Badass name.
I think that's longer than Thea's now.
So, that's all for us tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back next Tuesday to continue this. Our stream schedule is as it always is, so I will see you on Friday to continue where it's going. I am speaking!
I got lightheaded.
I wonder why. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you all next Tuesday. Have a good night and stay proficient.
Bye, bye.
Holy shit, dude.